Hi, I'm Melissa and welcome to my YouTube channel, Life Out of Line, where we talk about homeschooling, homemaking, organic living, and everything in between. My family has a lot of fun stuff happening in our lives, and we hope that you want to come along on that journey with us. I am going to be talking homeschool curriculum, every homeschool mom's favorite subject. And I'm gonna make a slightly controversial video if I'm thinking of most of the YouTube videos I see about it. I'm gonna tell you why I'm coming back to The Good and the Beautiful. So, when I first started homeschooling my son in kindergarten, I had started with The Good and the Beautiful, and that was before they had revamped their math curriculum. And I just felt like I wasn't seeing the progress that I wanted to see. The beginning part was a little long-winded, and you know, I think as a beginning homeschool mom, I had a lot of fear as to what I was expecting from him. You know, the last thing any homeschool mom wants to feel is that they're failing their child or their child's not progressing the right way. There's a lot of fear when you're stepping out of that system. So after the year had finished, even though he actually had learned a lot, I just felt like I wanted something more. So I actually had moved to Horizons. Now, I really liked Horizon. I thought it was thorough. It was mastery based. He was doing really well. Even this year, he never did badly on one of the tests that they had in there. He was doing great. The problem I was having is that he wasn't enjoying it. Now, I'm sure for some people, their child enjoying school is, not really the point. And I can understand that. But in my vision of the homeschool I want to create, I want to foster a love of learning. And I felt like I was creating a resentment with it. And not just that, every day it was a fight. So each day he would get frustrated, then I would get frustrated, and I felt like we were just starting the day off wrong. I would then have to teach my daughter, and my patience was just not there, and that wasn't fair to her either. So I finally said, I'm gonna make a change. I ordered The Good and the Beautiful, and it just came in the mail. So I'm really excited. I do wanna go over a couple other things that I have found with The Good and the Beautiful that I'm pretty excited about in comparison to Horizons. So, one of the biggest problems that I was also having with Horizon was the amount of lessons. There was 160 lessons, and that's a lot. I know you have 180 days of school, but there's illnesses, field trips, holidays, all sorts of things in between. Getting through 160 lessons was a struggle, and we ended up doing math pretty much the entire summer. And not that I mind doing a little bit of schoolwork during the summer. We do kind of year-round homeschool with like a longer break in the summer, but I wasn't getting that long break, and I almost felt like I had to keep going, because if not, we were going to start behind. And anyway, it was very frustrating. The Good and the Beautiful has 120 lessons, which is based off a 4-day homeschool week. I can't even tell you how perfect that is. That is pretty much the schedule that we go off of, with Friday being one of those free days, field trip day kind of thing. So I am really excited and hopeful that we are going to get through this curriculum this year at the appropriate time. Also, he is used to a higher workload, so I don't know how he's going to work through these lessons. He might work through them a little quicker than I expect, but that is okay. I am okay with it if he wants to move more quickly, as long as he's enjoying it. That's really the most important thing. I want to make sure that he is not coming into it already dreading the day. So I'm really, really excited. to see what this is all about. All right, so here is the Good and the Beautiful Math 1. This curriculum is for my daughter, and I feel like she is going to be thrilled. She's been doing the Good and the Beautiful Language Arts since pre-K, or preschool, actually. So I think she's really going to thrive in this curriculum. She enjoys it. As usual, they tell you about the course in the beginning, and basically how the lessons are set up. And each unit will have an overview, just like in their language arts. The other thing is that I'd like to go through before I even start the school is extra supplies needed. That way, if I need to get extra supplies, I can do it in the beginning of the year and do like a bulk trip and get everything. So that way, as things come up, I can do it. And of course, the Good and the Beautiful just always has such beautiful lessons. They're colorful, they're not super long, and I really think that she is going to love it. Okay, so this curriculum also came with a whiteboard, which is amazing, and manipulatives. Now, with Horizon, they also have manipulative packets that you can get, but they are an extra expense. So with the cost of Horizon and the kit for the manipulatives, you're talking probably at least double what I paid for this math curriculum. So if you're on a one income budget, this is such a great option. I love the little box that it came in. It's wood, and all of these things are just really nice quality wood pieces, money. Oh, this is great. Yeah, so this is perfect. And then there's a clock on here. It's beautiful, such nice quality. And for the price, you literally cannot beat it. Not to mention that you can also download this curriculum for free and print it out yourself. Now, I still think it's more cost effective to purchase it, especially when you're looking into the manipulatives and stuff. But if you're really on a budget, I'm sure that, you know, and if you have a good printer, you can really do well and save a lot of money. All right, here's Math 3. This is a big book. Here again, about the course. All the charts that you probably will be using. And luckily my son already has a good grasp of multiplication charts. And here's the lesson overview. Now, Horizon is about a grade level above. So I do think that my son actually could have went into the 4th grade curriculum, but there were certain things that they hadn't went over, like rounding and that kind of stuff. So I didn't want to start him in something that he didn't quite understand. So I thought just going with his appropriate grade level was going to be better. And like I said, if he goes through it more quickly, then that's great too. Now the lessons are, let's see, let's go to one lesson. All right, there's lesson 4, 3, 4. So each lesson looks to be about 4 pages, which might seem like a lot, but in comparison, this just looks like so much more enjoyable. And I know that Landon is not going to be overwhelmed by this. Whereas before, he was used to just doing problem after problem after problem after problem. Now, do I think that was great and set a good foundation for him? Absolutely. That's why I think this is going to be probably a little easy for him to start, but I feel like it's going to give him the confidence that he needs and the love that I'm hoping to foster. His also came with manipulative. Once again, such just good quality. A little tape measure, that's hysterical. Pieces, dice in there already, but it's so nice that everything is just in this little box. And for what we have going on this year with our family, having everything in these little boxes is going to be really, really convenient. Last thing, let's see. Ooh, all right. Here's an answer key, which is going to be really helpful, so I don't have to be doing all the math. Not that I can't, but it just makes life easier. I also just ordered the answer key for language arts, which I will show you guys, because same thing, I had started with the Good and the Beautiful, I left the Good and the Beautiful, and I came back, and I will do a separate video on why I came back for language arts. Okay, last, I wanted to talk about this. This is the musical multiplication. I decided to buy this because this is part of the reason I even came back to the Good and the Beautiful. My son we were doing multiplication problems every day. We were doing the flashcards, and he was remembering a lot of them, but not as well as I would hope. And for the amount that we were going over them, I really just felt like it wasn't clicking the way that I thought it should. And after doing Shirley English for a small amount of time a couple years ago, and them using songs, I saw how much he actually gained from learning things through song. When I saw musical multiplication through the Good and the Beautiful, I decided that I have to have it. I haven't opened the books up yet, but we have been listening to the songs in the car, and even my daughter, who is like first grade, could be just going into kindergarten, but I'm like considering, doesn't matter. Anyway, so here it is. These are the books that go along with the songs, and I believe there might be some cutting involved, but yes, so you cut through these, and it's independent. The kids can go through, the pictures go along with the songs that they're learning, and I feel like it's such a great way for kids to learn multiplication in a really fun way. Like I said, my kids love the songs. So if you catch me on a random day singing 6 times 4 is 24, you know where it came from. So yeah. That's all I have for today. I'm super excited to get started with this school year. I hope you guys are excited too, and I hope this has been helpful. If you're not sure about trying the Good and the Beautiful, I feel like I have really enjoyed the changes that they have made, and I am 100% on board with sticking with them as long as they're coming out with curriculums that match my kids' grades levels. So, follow along. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. This is my first YouTube video, and I'm super nervous, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it and will join me again soon.